Morning. So this is a home light blower, and when I got it, somebody had thrown it out because you couldn't pull the starter here. It was just totally solid. You couldn't get any compression or anything. It sounded like the engine had froze. One of the things I'm guessing, this is just a guess, is that maybe they used gas with no oil in it. What I did is I pulled the spark plug out and I pulled off this panel here. And this gets you right into the camshaft, and I just put 3-in-1 oil right in there, right inside the spark plug, and then I just worked it just a little bit, and then pretty soon, boy, it just freed right up like a smoothness. So now one of the things that happened here is this is sat, and the gas line had rotted, okay, but it also had broken off from that little hole there to the inside of here, where it carries that little filter on it and is able to sift up gas no matter which way you turn this. So one of the things I thought is, like, well, how do you get how do you push, 5-6 inches through that tiny little hole of this gas line? It just won't go in there. And then how do you get it up through this end? So I came up with a good idea. I'm going to show you that. So I start by getting myself a nice piece of medical hose, which I dumpstered, and I'm going to cut one end with a real good leader on it, so that leader will have no problem just sliding right up through there. In fact, I'm going to give it an even better leader, so that it'll just slide right up through that hole with ease. And then once I get it through that hole, then I can trim it to a better shape and size. But I want to be able to get it just to come right up in there and not have to be pushed hard, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pipe cleaner and I'm going to slide it right down in this, okay? So that now I have a little bit of control over where this goes once I reach up in that thing. Alright, so I've managed to get my pipe cleaner all the way through, and I've left the edge with the leader with a good amount hanging out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fish from the gas tank end. Now, the problem is I don't take my time to do stuff, so I'm working with the gas inside there. It might be better to just pour out the gas, but where do I pour it? Who knows? That's a mystery. So I'm going to fish this up in through there, and then get it through that. Once I get it through this hole here, then I can pull it out and get it in. So I'm not going to show you that process because I don't want to hear you swear. I want you to hear me swearing. God, if you could see the day out here, you just wouldn't even believe it. This is what I woke up to. I mean, the birds are just singing, and it's like I'm in paradise. Beautiful, huh? Alright, so remember when I said I wasn't going to drain the gas out of that? I was just going to do it with gas in? Well, I often get excited to do stuff, so I want to just, just get real excited. I got a lot of energy, and I'm excited about the results, but I don't really expect to succeed. Now, if I succeed, it'd be nice to not be covered in gas. So I've run and got a gas can that I also dumpstered, and I'm going to pour that gas in there for the time being. Well, I am so grateful to myself for taking the time to pour that gas out, because I was able to fish like I said, I don't often expect success, but I was able to fish that through in a second. I mean, it came right through. So I'll tell you if I can get the stuff. Well, once again, what a thing of wonder and beauty. I was able to just pull that right up through there, and I mean, it fished out just beautiful. So now I have a good length of hose in there. How I'll get that filter on, I don't quite know. I might use it without the filter, but for the time being, this'll suffice. I could have put a longer piece in there. In hindsight, I sure could have. So I'm going to do that before, see if I can get it on. Alrighty, in hindsight, I would have done a longer tube, but I happen to have these forceps also dumpstered, so I was able to grab a hold of that tube. Now I'm going to try and zip tie the filter on there, so I'll let you know if that works. So success, in whatever form she offers herself to you, is a thing of wonder and beauty. I zip tied that filter on there and can release it back down into its release it back into the wild of the home light. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, jeez. Zip ties, boy. Who invented those, huh? I think it was somebody. Hey, so here's an interesting little thing. So this particular unit also has a bad coil. Yeah, all that stuff, and the thing looks like new. One way you can check a coil is you can go in with an electrical tester, and I usually do this in the dark, right into the cap of the coil, and then the other end to the spark plug or to ground, and then just give this a whirl, and you would get a nice little flash out of that tester if you had any voltage there. And then to double check it, I actually put my finger most people don't like to be shocked, but I actually put my finger without gloves up into there, and then just put the same hand on ground, so it's not going through my heart. I don't put the other hand on ground. I just put the same hand, you know, pinky finger inside the coil and same hand on the ground, and then just spin this a little bit and get a shock. And if you don't get a shock, you got a bad coil, which is kind of a bummer because this thing is in such decent shape. So but I'm guessing that the whole purpose, this thing's purpose here, was to teach us about how to fish a new gas line. That should save somebody their marriage, huh? Alright, have a good one.